good morning. Happy Monday. Welcome to my weekly cosmic weather forecast, where I sit down with my cup of tea on Monday morning and invite you to do the same as we discuss the upcoming cosmic weather events for the week as they relate to astrology. And I'm talking about the week of July 30th, 2018, going into the first week of August. Coming off of a very exciting weekend. I hope you guys had an amazing eclipse. If you haven't seen my video on the total lunar eclipse in Aquarius, it's the video right before this one. You might want to go back and just watch so you know what types of themes we've been talking about regarding Aquarius. And we're very much still in this eclipse. I mean, we have the peak event, but just like any event in astrology, there's an orb or a period of influence surrounding an astrological event. And with an eclipse, this orb is pretty large. It spans for a few months. So we'll continue to see things unfold that we saw show up during the eclipse. But this week in particular, just following it, we're really still having these insights come in, coming to some revelations. And I think that because this eclipse was in Aquarius, it was a little bit difficult on the nervous system for some people. I had a lot of people tell me that the day of the eclipse, they felt really, really positive, high energy throughout the day, almost as if they had had coffee, even if they hadn't, followed by a crash that evening. I think that this is due to the Aquarian electric energy. So starting out this week on Monday and Tuesday, Monday the 30th and Tuesday the 31st, we have the moon in Pisces. So on Tuesday, it'll conjunct Neptune and oppose Venus in Virgo. So I think that Monday and Tuesday, if we can use these days to kind of cool off and chill out, that could be really beneficial. Pisces is the dreamer. It's also the escapist. So if we can escape into some solitude, perhaps at least a little bit of isolation, just to kind of calm down, calm the field down. And I also wanted to mention that sometimes when I talk to people about these astrological events, such as a full moon or an eclipse, somebody will say to me something like, oh, mine was actually pretty good. And I know that astrologers often use words like intense or powerful to describe an upcoming event. And I think that sometimes this can imply that, I don't want to speak for anyone else, but maybe it can imply that I'm saying that it's going to be challenging. And I want to just highlight that that's not ever what I would imply, because I don't think that it's possible to know if something's going to be negative or positive. In astrology, we have aspects that promote a more harmonious flow of energy, and then there's aspects that, you know, can make things a little bit tense or more challenging. But sometimes breaking through those challenging aspects can bring total positivity and dynamic growth. So if you had an amazing eclipse, I mean, I did. I think that we had a lot of energy promoting a positive experience. Aquarius is forward thinking, very exciting. And then we have the sun and Mercury in Leo. So I think that it was just very exciting. There can be, though, abrupt change with Uranus. So there could have been some unexpected things occurring. And I think that even outside of astrology, just in life, it's how we react to stimuli or situations that colors the experience. So if you had some unexpected stuff come up, but sort of got into the excitement of, whoa, this is so crazy, or all the things you were feeling, I think that even if you stayed at home and nothing happened, I think a lot of people were still feeling the collective, the kind of stirring of the hive mind. Uranus is sort of like God's third eye. And this eclipse to me felt like God literally prying open its third eye through the experiences that we here on Earth and off Earth were having. So to me, it felt like a very progressive leap for all of mankind. It felt like we really grew exponentially at a rate faster than the norm. And with a lunar eclipse, we have energies from off planet, from deep space coming at us too. So there was just this kind of like, whoa, what is this feeling? It feels different. But that's exciting as well. So yeah, Monday, Tuesday, great to just, I think, integrate all of this with Pisces, maybe just creating a beautiful, serene atmosphere at home, writing in a journal, reading, just taking a bath, anything we can do to just kind of chill out and integrate and calm our system. We don't have the only thing changing signs this week is the moon. So definitely tune in next week. I don't have a whole lot to share with you guys this week because it's pretty mellow. Next week, we're going to have Venus go into Libra, so definitely tune in next week because that's exciting. We're going to have a bunch of stuff going next week. But this week, we're really integrating the eclipse, and unfortunately, I do have to talk about some more of this Mars-Uranus stuff that we've been covering. And if it sounds like if I'm repeating myself, it's because I am, because this Mars and Uranus are doing this little tango right now, and they keep coming into a square and then coming off of a square. So Wednesday, we're going to have them come back to a direct square. We're also going to have the moon in Aries on Wednesday and Thursday. So with an Aries moon, and trust me, I know I'm an Aries rising. Aries, we love Aries, right? Aries is so passionate and the trailblazer, and they love to be the leader and get things started. So there can be some of that. But the shadow of Aries is that we have a very fiery temper. And especially when we feel passionate about something, we can often just kind of say what we think without thinking about the consequences. And then we have Mars coming into a direct square with Uranus on the same day. So what I feel for this week regarding that is it feels to me like things that we've been trying to repress coming to the surface and possibly exploding. It feels like things that people have been trying not to say, perhaps being said abruptly, Uranus. Thursday we'll have the moon in Aries square Pluto. Friday we'll have the moon go into Taurus, where it's going to square Mars and conjunct Uranus. So yeah, this is what I feel about it is we're still in this Aquarius eclipse shadow, and Aquarius is about wanting to revolutionize an area of our life or our lives in general, right? We're having this feeling suddenly that everything is new. We're talking about the new now. Cancer month, we were talking about the past all the time. We were talking about our emotions. Now we're talking about Leo. We're in the moment. We're wanting to be the best. We're wanting to go for gold. And then we've got this Aquarius eclipse that is like, I want total freedom to be who I want to be. I want to revolutionize my life. I want to travel where I want to travel. I want to be who I uniquely am. I want the job that I want. I want to finally be in a position where I'm making the amount of money that I want, and I want to do it myself. It's this feeling of wanting autonomy and not wanting anyone telling you what to do, right? But then we've got the Sun in Leo and Mercury in Leo, and that's great. But the shadow of Leo, because it is the rulership, king and queen, right? The shadow of that is the dictator, right? Or an individual abusing their position of power. Trump. So we can feel this a little bit in our lives right now. There can be people in our life that are overstepping their boundaries and trying to dictate over our existence. And this might suddenly, we might have had it, and it might come to a head this week. Two things to say about that. One thing I've been saying, which is, of course, this is an opportunity to approach and handle conflict in a new, innovative way that we haven't before. Wanting to not explode or say things that we'll regret, but learning how to put those boundaries up and stand in a power position in a way that we haven't before. The other thing to remember about Leo is that the more obnoxious traits of Leo, which is this abuse of power or ruling over others or kind of getting off on micromanaging other people, those traits in Leo we can really kind of look at with endearment, because behind every Leo who's doing that is really just this beautiful child who wants to be seen, who really wants to be acknowledged for their gifts. So we can look at individuals in our life who might be displaying these traits in that light, and maybe just trying to come at it with love. Aries rules the heart. They come from the heart, you know. Tell them, hey, I see you. You don't have to act like that. Are you okay? I love you. What's going on? Like, let's not, you know, if you come from that place, I mean, only love can kill the demon, man. It takes a pretty angry person to just keep coming at you with rage if you're showing them love. So going into it maybe from that perspective this week, but also wanting to make sure that we're looking out for ourselves and assert those boundaries if we need to. So yeah, that's about it. Saturday we'll have the moon in Taurus opposed Jupiter, and Sunday we'll have the moon going to Gemini. But before it does, we're going to have Mercury in Leo at its closest position to the Earth within its orbit. And when that happens, we see it's kind of like that planet gets put under a magnifying glass. So this is the Mercury and Leo traits that we were talking about. On the positive, great for self-promotion, for your business, or great day to kind of feel more confident. But we do have the tendency with Leo to kind of overexpress ourselves, or we're talking about like conceit or kind of pompous behavior. So just wanting to watch out for that. Yeah, that about does it, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. We have a really exciting week next week. I'm excited to talk about it. So I hope you guys will tune in then. If you would like to reach out to me for a natal chart reading, you are more than welcome to do so. My information will be down below. And, oh yeah, I'm on Facebook at Coyote Star Astrology, and I'm also on Instagram at Earth_2_Coyote. And I started doing this thing like a week ago, and you guys seem to really like it. For those of you who are watching, I've been using my Instagram story to kind of put out little astrology updates throughout the day when I feel them. So maybe check that out. I've been getting a lot of positive feedback about that. All right, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I will see you in the next video. Have a great week.